Hey, welcome to Tales of the Getaway Guy, an adventure into 23 years of TV getaways all across New York State and beyond. Our travels will occasionally venture into 23 years of radio days where my broadcasting career began. Hold on, I've got everything you're going to need for your next getaway. Hello again, Mike O'Brien, your getaway guy, back again. Thank you very much for watching the podcast. I love this podcast that you can hear and see. I don't know if everybody does it this way, but we do. Always go to thegetawayguy.com to see all our episodes. Today, I'm doing cozy cottage getaways. These are those little hidden gems that everybody wants to go to, but they don't know where they are. I'm the getaway guy, and I'm, of course, going to tell you exactly where to go. Well, I always tell people where to go, but this is more specific on these cozy cottages somewhere here within New York State, of course, and I think you're going to love them big time. You're going to love our big sponsor. Can we do a take two on that? No, we'll be all right. Our basic sponsor, Geneva on the Lake. What a getaway. Not a cozy cottage. This is more of a beautiful, historic, old, giant boutique resort hotel and restaurant with historic gardens. It's in the Finger Lakes wine region, an Italian-style villa offering 29 guest suites and studios, all appointed with stickly furniture. Hey, in the summertime, they even have their 70-foot swimming pool. It's an original, truly a gem of the Finger Lakes, GenevaOnTheLake.com. Go to the website and reserve your place, because this is when everyone is just jumping out of their skin to go to somewhere, or reserve a room or whatever. And it looks like everything, and not just Geneva on the Lake, but a lot of resorts and hotels and getaways are filling up fast because everyone wants to get away. So if Geneva on the Lake is your getaway, go to the website, register, and make your reservation. GenevaOnTheLake.com. One of my favorite getaways. I've done many stories there, good people, and a great resort. It feels like you're a million miles away, yet you're only about an hour and a half out of Rochester or Syracuse. I think you're going to love it. Geneva on the Lake. Thank you for being a part of our show. Now, cozy cottage getaways. I'm going to give you some good ones here. I also want to mention that in today's show, I'm giving away some travel books. And all you have to do, we'll just make it kind of fun, listen for two words. Not right now, but listen for these two words somewhere in the show. Note the time code within the show. It could be 7 minutes in. It could be 20 minutes and 10 seconds in. It could be anywhere in this show. You're going to have to watch and listen for the words charcoal grill. When I say charcoal grill, note the time. Email me at MikeTheGetawayGuy@gmail.com. That's MikeTheGetawayGuy@gmail.com. And let me know exactly when you see and hear me say charcoal grill. Not now during the explanation, but later on in the show, okay? And what I'll do from all correct answers, I will choose 5 random winners, and they'll get free travel books, volumes 1 and 2, and I'll send them to you in the mail. So watch for the secret words for today's Cozy Cottage Getaway. And again, the words are charcoal grill. And not right now, but somewhere in the show. Just let me know the time code. MikeTheGetawayGuy@gmail.com. One of my first cozy cottage getaways definitely falls under the category of glamping, which is camping in glamour. And I love this. This is my kind of camping. I don't sleep on the ground for anybody, okay? I did once when I went to Camp Iroquois, years when I was just a little toddler. Well, not a toddler, but I was probably 12 years old, something like that. And that was the last time that I would do it. But here, you don't have to. Firelight Camps is the place. This place is unbelievable. It's in Ithaca, New York. Great little getaway. I did a show here when they first opened up about 8 years ago, and they were just a blip on the screen. Now they're filling up fast because people have found out about this cozy cottage getaway. Firelight Camps with canvas safari-style tents. Glamping to the max, for sure. They're big on relaxing and refreshing, all while helping preserve the wild. Firelight Camps in Ithaca, they fill up fast, and it is not too early to reserve your tent. Again, they're filling up already. See what I'm saying? People are so anxious to get the heck out of the house. We've all been trapped, and now everybody wants to travel. So go to their website, which is firelightcamps.com. Firelightcamps.com. Rates begin around $199 per night for 2 people weeknights to a high rate of about $442 on the weekends in the fall. So it's really going to adjust. Weekends, again, filling up fast. Weekdays, not so much. So if, you need to take a couple of days off, like maybe a Wednesday and a Thursday, this is the place to go. You'll have more options if that's your deal. Open May through October, firelightcamps.com. Highly recommend it in Ithaca, New York, and it's not that far away, and you'll feel like you're on a safari. It's really cool. Some of the more exotic tents have their own private balconies overlooking the wild out back. So they have lanterns that are battery operated. This is my kind of camping, okay? No fire involved, although they do have fire pits, and they just do it so well. They have run this operation in a beautiful way. And like I say, when I filmed there years ago, they were just getting started, and now they're huge. Check it out, firelightscamp.com, one of my favorite cozy cottage getaways here in New York State. One of my favorite places to go in the spring, summer, or fall is Genesee Country Village and Museum in Caledonia. And the reason I bring this up is it's a great historical getaway, and I talked about this in my last show, which is a perfect segue for lunch. When you're going there in Caledonia, you'll be able to go over to Reminisce Soda Fountain, another one of our partners, Caledonia's hidden gem for great food, ice cream, sundaes. It is a wonderful place for comfort food in a 1950s style restaurant. Reminisce Soda Fountain is so much fun, filled with authentic 50s memorabilia, even the soda fountain there. They use Gifford's premium ice cream, everything from meatloaf to country fried chicken. Try the Cuban or the Reuben. Outstanding. ReminisceSodaFountain.com is their website. Look at that chocolate cake. Can you believe it? I'll go just for the chocolate cake. How about that? ReminisceSodaFountain.com. They're on Main Street in Caledonia. They are closed on Tuesdays, but open every other day than that. And also for breakfast on Saturdays and Sundays. Podcast question. Livia from Rochester writes, Dear Getaway Guy, what was the craziest thing you had to do back in the early days of your radio career? Oh, Livia, so many things, but I'll tell you what comes to mind. You ready for this one? I had to ride and race on the back of an elephant. Yes, I did. The most terrifying experience of my life. It was a promotion, I believe, for Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. They were in town, and there I am on the back, of an elephant. Notice the police officer looking away, just couldn't watch. Next to me is my buddy and co-worker on the air, Greg Stevens. We were just talking about this the other day, and the thing he remembers the most is the hairs on the back of the elephant are like needles. It was like painful to sit and hold on to this elephant. So these elephants literally raced. So when they cracked the whip, they took off to the finish line at a rate of speed you wouldn't believe. And that was the most terrifying thing I've ever noticed. The shock on my face, like I know what's coming, and I was scared. I'll be the first to admit it. It was something else. One of the greatest promotions we ever did back on WBBF in the 70s was something that we always did every summer, and it was the BBF raft race. And I don't know if you remember this. You may, if you've been in Rochester and you listened to radio back in the 70s. There I am in the happy honker was the WBBF van, the 95 BBF van. We called it the Happy Honker. And that's probably on the way to the raft race. Listeners literally built their own rafts, and we put them in the water on the Genesee River, and they raced down the river. And it was an amazing event. Look at that. And I would fly up in that helicopter that you see to do reports from up above on the traffic getting to the raft race, the traffic on the river itself. It was quite an event, and I'll never forget doing that every summer. We probably did it for like 3 or 4 summers in a row, but it was a huge event. There I am in the chopper. And that alone for me was a blast. I mean, if you've ever been in a helicopter, you know the sensation. So there I was over the river of the mighty Genesee, and there's the shot and the view I would see, and all these rafts. Some would sink, some would stay afloat. It was quite the spectacle on the Genesee River. The good old days of WBBF, 95 BBF. Look at that one. Can you imagine the amount of work and the people on board? But everybody had so much fun, and that was truly a great experience in those days of radio many years ago. I want to talk about many years of going to a pizza place, Nino's Pizzeria. I think I was probably doing the raft race when I would also at night go to Nino's for a great pizza. Nino's Pizzeria, one of my favorite places to go to for thick, delicious Sicilian-style pizza. They've been around forever. They do it the old-fashioned way. Nino's, Culver Road, Rochester, a city classic pizza joint. Where else can you go where they bring the pizza out after you've purchased it and you go pick it up and they open up the box just like that for your approval, and then all is well, grazie, and away you go. It's just a wonderful place, a little hole in the wall on Culver Road near Merchants. Try Nino's. Tell them the Getaway guy sent you if you're hankering for a thick Sicilian-style pizza. That is the place to go. Here's another place to go as far as cozy cottages are concerned. I found this great getaway in Montour Falls near Watkins Glen. So you might be doing Watkins Glen as a getaway this spring, summer, or fall. And if you're looking for a cozy cottage getaway to stay, try this place called Catherine Cottages. There's only 4 cabins. I've talked to them just a day or two ago. They're filling up already. This is, once again, I want to highlight the fact that everybody is rushing to getaways now. People can't wait to get out of the house. So things are filling up very fast. More important for you, if you're interested to go into any of these getaways, get online, reserve your place right now. CatherineCottages.com, that's their website. Reserve online. Catherine, that's CATHARINE, cottages.com. Weekends are filling up very fast. Weekdays are open to a certain extent. Now, they hope to open soon. However, she's right now going to be opening Memorial Day weekend because they have still more landscaping to do. But check ahead. They may open sooner than Memorial Day. Ideally, I like to open end of April and early May. But because of some landscaping issues, they may have to wait till Memorial Day. Call ahead, find out for sure, and they might even probably give you some information on their website, CatherineCottages.com. But I love this. It's right on Catherine Creek, and people bring their fishing poles and do some fishing. Again, you're close to Montour Falls, which is kind of a neat little town with this enormous waterfall in town. As you're coming right down Main Street, it looks like it's right behind, it is behind this beautiful old building. I think it's the courthouse, but it's not as close as it appears to be. But the cottages here at Catherine Cottages, there's 4 of them. They're clean, they're neat, they accommodate up to, I believe, 4 people. But again, rates are about $170 per night plus tax, and they're kids and pet friendly. That's another big deal for a lot of people. So I love these cottages, and you do feel like you're just miles and miles away from civilization. And don't we all need something like that these days? Just some peace, quiet, no more COVID stuff. Check it out. Catherine Cottages, great people, but with only 4 cottages, you need to jump on board right away if this is something that you'd want to do. And even in the morning, they do this little gift basket with teas and coffee and jams and things like that. So yeah, they do a nice job. Catherine Cottages, one of my favorite getaways. In fact, I did a show there years ago, and it still pretty much looks the same. In fact, why don't we show the show right now?
People are always saying, I want a cozy little cabin in the middle of nowhere. Mike O'Brien, your getaway guy. I think I found one for you. In fact, 4 of them right here in Montour Falls. Come on.
A couple of miles south of Watkins Glen here in Schuyler County, in the Catherine Valley on Catherine Creek, Catherine Cottages.
Wow, we hear a lot of things, but I think the chief one is that they sleep really well here. The beds are comfortable. The linens are nice. They like the creek. They like to sit on the porch and have a glass of wine that they bought at one of the wineries.
And from what I can tell, I'll bet guests like the fire pit right outside the door to sit around at night. Firewood provided. The charcoal grill outside of each of the 4 cabins is perfect, too. Guests can't wait to enter their comments in the Catherine Cottages guest book.
Cutest little cabin ever. Rustic, but with some nice conveniences. Keurig, microwave, and mini fridge. We were the first to try the breakfast basket and loved it. We will be telling all our friends about this little gem. Jared and Carrie Ann from Green, New York. And P.S., she says, and Wi-Fi.
A touch of today's technology, yet rustic enough.
Rustic comfort. Yeah. It's camping for people who don't really want to sleep on the ground. Pretty favorite spot for anniversaries. It's a good getaway from a busy life. And it's close to a lot of the main attractions here.
Like the Watkins Glen Gorge, the Corning Museum of Glass, Seneca Lake Wineries, or just stick around town and take in the Montour Falls.
Mike O'Brien, your getaway guy.
Another cozy cottage getaway. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Hey, thanks Geneva on the Lake for being a part of our show. Geneva on the Lake is a great getaway in itself. Not a cottage, a beautiful boutique resort and restaurant with beautiful, magnificent gardens. I love Geneva on the Lake. I've done many shows there, and there's a reason why. It is absolutely stunning. So if you want something a little fancy for just the 2 of you, even now they have some great packages. But you can reserve ahead for spring, summer, fall. I would do it soon. Everybody wants to get away, so the sooner you reserve your room, the better. GenevaOnTheLake.com. Just go to the website, GenevaOnTheLake.com. A perfect getaway. It feels like you're in Europe, but you're not. You're only about an hour and a half away from Rochester or Syracuse. It's perfectly located right on Seneca Lake. Some people don't even know it's there, but now you do. GenevaOnTheLake.com. Check it out. Tell them the Getaway Guy sent you. And thank you for so much for being part of our show. Thank you, Geneva on the Lake. Thank you, Nino's Pizzeria, Reminisce Soda Fountain in Caledonia, and of course, Joe here at Classy Wolf Media. We thank you very much. Again, see all of our shows at thegetawayguy.com. Appreciate your time. Until next time, Mike O'Brien, your Getaway Guy.